Because reading is what?
Fundamental.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What You Reading. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Delize. Welcome back. So this week we are doing the second part of A Court of Wings in Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. It's on, or Maas. It is on, we did chapters 1 through 21 last week or the week before last. The week before last, yeah. So we are now doing chapters 21 through 40 this week. So
where we left off, just a brief recap of where we left off, we was with Feyre and Readin going to the library and me and Clortho and getting freaky or wanting to get freaky.
Right. Wanting to get freaky in them books.
Yeah, and then they found out that the shield, did I say the right word? The shield? What's it called?
The shield?
The border. What is it called?
The what?
It's not permanent. The border. What is it called?
The one that the border, right?
Is it called the border? I swear.
What is it called? The
wall.
It's the wall. It's called a wall. To be a wall. We can't ever remember a wall, girl. I cannot with us.
Oh, the memories to be a wall.
Like right. I miss those days. I can't wait till we get back to a fanfic.
We need to get back to a fanfic.
Yeah, I cannot wait to get back to a fanfic.
We gotta get through a court.
I know.
First, we at least got 2 to 3 episodes.
Yeah, we do got at least 2 or 3 more. Honestly, we do. You're not wrong. We do. Dang, we do.
I told y'all these are long stories, and I do not want to butcher up this story like we did the last one because I really feel like we butchered that one up.
Yeah, I was trying to cut some stuff out of the last one. I'm still working on it because I had to. That was my fault. I just kept talking because I listened to the whole story like a bunch of times.
No, I'm not talking about the last 2. I'm not talking about what we just did. I'm talking about the last story.
I
feel like we kind of butchered it a little bit. We
got the main points.
It's so much.
We got the main points. Like it's understood what was going on in the story. Homegirl met homeboy. She got turned fae. She thought she was in love. She wasn't. She found somebody else that she was actually in love with. And then that was it on that.
Right. Did you see the Instagrams that I put it on our story?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see the man that's reading the book that his wife said?
Yes, and he was so mad.
Listen, that is the funniest.
That was the funniest.
It's another one too. I need to post the other one too.
Oh, is there?
It's so funny. Yeah, because that's what made me when you said that made me think about him because he's like he was Team Tamlin, like we all were deceived. We were all deceived to realize. Go ahead. And then like the next clip, he was just like, Readin's a dude, she this, he that. And then the next clip was like, I love Readin.
Yeah. Readin's the man.
Right. Because I was Team Tamlin for real.
Yeah, I didn't really care for how Tam was doing her for real. I didn't like that. He seemed like he cared about her though, but he also didn't. Like, I don't know.
I feel like he did, but he missed his opportunity because he didn't know how to love. And he didn't know how to take care of her. He just wanted to protect her. But when he was protecting her, he was actually smothering her.
Yeah. I mean, and like we mentioned in the previous episode, we were saying, like, I think he loved her in the best way that he knew how, because that's all he really knew. And, he did what he could. He did what
That's true.
He could.
And
but
he over there in ruin.
And mad.
And mad.
salty. Still gonna be mad about her finding her actual love.
Yeah, because in actuality, him being mad ruined everything for him.
Right. Like don't
Because
let
now
you don't let you.
you
Oh,
ain't
go
got
ahead. Go
nobody.
ahead.
I was just saying he ain't got nobody.
That's his own fault though. He didn't have to do all that. He could have listened to folks or tried to, but he was being him. So, but this story goes to show you: don't let your fiance get in the way of your actual man. She met her husband while she had a whole fiance. She said, "I'm not about to let you get in the way of my husband." Move
because think
aside.
about it. They were under the mountain.
Yeah, they were trauma bonded, girl.
Baby Rasan was dropping in, saving her, healing
Mm-hmm.
her, coming to see her, while Tamlin was sitting up there mad about the
Looking
whole
stupid.
situation. Looking stupid, but not busting a move.
And didn't.
So Rasan went ahead and snatched his mate up.
Yeah, he did. He was like, hold on. You don't love him like that? Okay, cool. I've been waiting because I thought she was in love or whatever. But if you're not, like, I'm your mate. Hi. Hey. I was just trying to allow you to make your own decisions, but it looks like you made it. Come to this side. We love it over here. We got seasoning. We got.
No, we got seasoning.
Girl, their food is real different.
For
they
real.
got seasoning.
For real.
Yeah. They genuine.
But what do you think about Elaine and Lucian? Because Elaine ain't feeling Lucian. She over here feeling Amber. I mean, not Amber, but
Azriel. Girl, I was thinking about it because there's a part in the story which I honestly think is past where we're stopping at today. But it might have been the last story where they're talking about mates and how like homeboy's parents, they weren't really good for each other, but they were mated. And there's another person's parents that were like mated, but they wasn't good for each other either. And she was asking like, well, can you like break the bond or whatever? And he was like saying nobody really knows. Or so I'm curious if that's gonna present itself, again.
I really want to see that play out because it talks about in the next book too.
Oh, does it? But so like I just started that one.
Yeah, it talk about it a little bit, but remember that is a special. So you're only gonna get so much.
Oh, of course, yeah. I know it's gonna be the next, the other one that's gonna have all of the things.
And people going crazy over there.
Yeah, I can't wait. I cannot wait. Let me fix this. Okay, see you. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, it is
okay,
all good.
So let's just jump into it, guys. Because me and Dee, if y'all don't know, we will talk forever.
Sure will. With you on here. Tune in to our weird ass thoughts. Welcome.
For real.
Welcome.
All right, so we are in chapter 21, guys. And in chapter 21 is basically just talking about how Amrian and Nesta.
Sorry. I'm just saying hi.
But just talking about how they are now getting together. And Amryn is, how do you say her name?
Amryn.
I can't get Amryn. I'm saying Amryn.
You're good.
Amryn is showing her how to shield her mind and all these like other little tricks that she don't know because she ain't learned that yet. She just been a bitch the whole time. The whole time.
Been doing nothing but the only thing homegirl been doing was giving attitude. That's all she been doing the entire time, giving attitude. Ain't want to train because she got people to do that for her. That's what got me. Why do I need to train for her? I don't need to do that. Somebody else could do it for me. Girl, if you don't get your ass up and learn some shit.
Right, because you don't know nothing.
You don't know nothing.
And act like you know something, because baby, when you was a human, you ain't doing nothing then, man.
You couldn't even help your family survive. You had to send your baby sister. Yeah, to go handle.
14-year-old sister was out here hunting for y'all food.
She was the one that was holding the household down that whole time.
Now I want to know how old the rest of them are. Like, it don't mention age. It never mentions age.
Yeah.
So now. And so now that I'm thinking about it, she was 14 when she was going out there. It do mention that.
Yeah. So she was that young doing all that, and Nessa is the oldest or the middle? No, Nessa's the oldest, right? And then Elaine is the middle.
I think so. It don't really
So-
talk about that. You
so I'm
don't really
wondering-
know who in line. All
Yeah.
you know is she's the youngest. And she
I'm
was
just-
14 when she went out there. So now she got to be only 16,
Maybe-
right?
Maybe she just got to be 18. Maybe no, it hasn't been that long though in time. So she's probably like
Right.
maybe 15, 16.
Because in the news story, it's her birthday.
Oh, because she's had I think 2 birthdays since the Court of Thorns and Roses. Yeah, because she had the first one she was there and she was at the spring court, and then I think she had another birthday some other time. I just remember her and Reese talking about it, and she was like, "Oh yeah, my birthday's on winter solstice or summer solstice or whatever," and he was like, "No way," and she was like, "Yeah," and it had just passed. So I think she's had like 2 or 3 birthdays.
Oh, okay.
So homegirl might be a smooth 16. That's wild. Nessa might be a whole 21. Yeah, Nessa might be a whole 21
Dick down by the king at 16.
at 16.
I
Which
mean, let's not sit here and act like that's not normal.
I mean,
I'm just saying. I don't know. I lost my virginity at 15.
oh, I didn't. I think I was 17.
I mean, that ain't that.
That's not that far, but yeah, I think I was 17. So yeah, I was about to be 18.
Oh, you was grown.
Girl, I was late to the game.
Fast in these streets.
I wasn't even thinking about anything like that. I was like, basketball is my life, and then I moved to Vegas.
Yeah, you was having a great upbringing while I was being out.
I don't know if it was that or if it was just like people was probably like, nobody was paying, attention, girl. Nobody was paying me no mind. I'll just say that.
Baby, all them boys was paying you plenty of mind.
They was not paying me, no, not when I was in high school. It wasn't until I moved to Vegas that I started getting attention, and I barely got attention like that. It wasn't until I got to Vegas. In California, nobody was paying me no mind. Girl, they was like she hoop, cool. And that was that on that. That was it. It was like, you go play?
I do need to also think that I live in a very small town. So everybody knew everybody. It's not big.
Girl.
So everybody knew everybody.
California, the place that I lived at, tiny. Super, super tiny. Everybody knew each other. Even in the town that the school was in, everybody knew each other. It was a very, very small place. However, and even though Vegas is like decent size, it really small too. Everybody connected in some way. It'd be weird. It'd be really weird. Anyway, back to the story, girl.
You see how fast that happened?
Yeah, quickly got derailed.
Anyway, so yeah, we was just talking about how Nesta being a bitch. We got on age and all kind of stuff.
Sure did. I was wondering how we got there.
So Nesta over here in these streets still being a bitch towards everybody.
Yeah.
And she really don't stop for a long time, for real.
Nope.
And let's see, like I said, getting taught how to share her mind. And like I feel like at this point, don't they know that they're going to the night court?
Mm-hmm. So they've discussed that they will be going to the night court. Nessa already said she's gonna go up there. Elaine was like, nah. And I think I can't remember if it's this chapter or not that that homegirl was like, so she had asked her to share her story and she's like, I'm not doing that. And then she's like, so you'll go up there but you don't want to share your story? She's like, nah, I'm not doing that. Is that?
Yeah, she wasn't about it.
Yeah.
I don't. You talking about when they was trying to, when she was? Wait, what are you talking about?
They were trying to ask, right? So before they were,
we already went past that.
Oh, okay. Okay. We might have brought that up in the last. Yeah. You're right. Okay.
So at this part, they know that they're going to the night court, but they have not been there yet. They're just preparing for it.
Right.
So now, chapter 22 is talking about how they're going to the prison.
Yes. So they didn't let anybody know about the prison. I mean, like Reese knew about the prison, Cassie knew about the prison, and I think that was it because they didn't want to let Amber know because Amber came from the prison.
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
So they ended up going to the prison. Cassie does not go because he put somebody in that prison, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And Farrah, she talks about the carver, and Cassian tells her that there was life before Hafe.
Mm-hmm.
And they called them old gods. So I guess like Amryn, the carver, the weaver. Is that the only one?
There's three. I think the other one was the cereal. I think that was the third one. There's three of them. There's three of them, but I can't remember who they are because the carver, the weaver, and whatever that third one is, they siblings. But I can't remember what the third one is. I was thinking about that this whole time when I was reviewing this story again, but I can't remember what the third one was. I thought it was the cereal, but now I'm like, maybe it wasn't. No, it wasn't the cereal. It was something else.
I think we'll figure it out as we go.
Yeah.
I don't remember either.
Yeah.
But
so
they were, you know, they're having conversations as they're like going. So he's telling her about how they were old gods, and the carver is one of them. He also tells her that they have to tell her that they have to bind him, and nobody knows how they ended there. So basically, all the old gods don't even remember how they got there.
Mm-hmm.
Their mind is not the same. And even as we go along, Amryn is telling them that I won't even, if I go back to my old self, I don't even know who y'all are.
Right. She was like, I'm not going to remember y'all. I'm not going to have the feelings that I have for y'all. So there's a good chance I probably will try to kill y'all.
Right.
So
none of them know how they got
mm-hmm.
there. And I think she tells a little bit of story of what she remembers a little bit on down the chapter.
Mm-hmm.
So Farrah goes to see the carver, and her and the carver is in her eyes, her and Rissan's son.
Mm-hmm.
And she gives the carver one of who is Ortho's? Who is Ortho? Ain't that the other one? Ortho?
What?
Ortho?
I don't know. Oh, girl, I'm not really sure who you're trying to.
Well, remember that she gave the carver one of the bones.
Yeah, of the adder. She gave the bone of the adder because remember the adder attacked Valeris,
right?
And she killed the adder, so that's where the bone came from.
Right, and
what is the third one? Sorry, go ahead.
We gonna be thinking about that thing.
I'm gonna find out.
I also got wrote down that the carver says he can smell his sister on Farrah, the weaver.
Mm-hmm.
Carver, the weaver.
I'm gonna find out.
He also talks about how the rocks, darkness, and sea all shudder in fear at what happened on the island. See when she emerged from the cauldron. So they talk about Nesta. So basically, the carver is saying, I felt that. Everybody felt that when Nesta came about, and we know she's something. We just don't know what.
And everybody know it. That's what's so crazy. Like everybody know it.
Mm-hmm.
And they, cause I guess Reese had told Farrah like be careful with the carver because he known to be he liked to lie. He liked to lie a little bit. So she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna believe this." But then he started saying more and more stuff, and he was like, "Nesta," and she was like, "Crap, he onto something," because I know we all know something not right with Nesta.
Yeah, because I got wrote down. He also says that the wind moans Nesta's name. He tells her that they got the book of breathing and that they may find a spell to send him home. So that's how he know about Nesta. And so now we're in chapter 23. Oh, and it's talking. So I guess Pharaoh kind of asked. Pharaoh asked, "What can we do for you to be on our side?" Basically,
Pretty much, yeah.
And it said, yeah, let me get a skylight. They thinking, okay, we gonna set him free. He gonna want to be free? No, he don't even want to be free. He just want a skylight.
That's it. I just want to see the sky. I just want to see what's going on outside. But I like it in here because my sister and my brother, they ain't nothing to play with. So I like to be safely enclosed in this jail. I just want to see outside.
Mm-hmm.
So
I did write down that the Weaver name is Strider.
Striga. So I looked up the brother's name because there is three, but I don't know what Koshi. It is Koshi or something like that. But I can't remember what Koshi was. Yeah, I can't remember what Koshi was because I remember in the story we had the Carver, the Weaver, and the something, but I don't remember what the something was. I'm trying to find it because it's gonna bother me.
Mm-hmm. So what you trying to find? I'm just gonna continue to.
Yeah, no, do your thing, girl.
So then it just kind of talks about the years of like Striga and how she was tricked to diminishing her power and becoming confined to to the middle. And Koshi was confined and bound on the continent. He says that Faye was clever, but her bloodline is long gone now, but a trace still runs through some human line.
Sorry,
But I'm writing these notes down, but I'm still trying to figure out who this third person is.
That's why I'm looking because it says Koshi, but I don't remember because like the Weaver, we knew the Weaver's name, we knew the Bone Carver, but they had names which we talked about. So we knew that the Weaver was known as Striga, and we knew the Carver. I forgot what the Carver's name was. Carver had a name too, but we knew there was a Carver. But the third one is Koshi, but the third one was somebody that she had interacted with because of the end.
Was it the one, because how I'm reading is just talking about the siblings, and they are gods, but they're death gods, guys. So they're death gods.
Right.
That's how the Weaver could feel Nesta, because she's part of that. But again, guys, we still don't know everything even about Nesta.
Right.
We just know some of the things.
Nesta took something from the cauldron, and that's all we know.
Right. And the thing about it was like, everybody was like, what did you take?
What did you take?
It was like, nothing. Mind your business. Mind your business for a long time. And then finally was saying, was like, what did you take? And she was like, I don't even know what I took. Girl, like they said at the first time.
Bryaxis.
The first 15 times you try to.
Is it Bryaxis?
That's it.
Mm-hmm. Is it Bryaxis?
Yeah, I think Bryaxis was the strongest sibling.
I think that's sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think yep, I think it is. It's Bryaxis, the Carver, and the Weaver. Whew, that was gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me.
You know, it'd be like that.
Yeah. I said, no, I gotta figure this out.
Written down that both the siblings are stronger than him. Says the sister found a way to eat life itself and stay young.
And so no, that was the Weaver. So that was Striga. That was the one that had that house and was weaving people's like hair and body and stuff like that into her stuff. She was eating it to keep young. I mean, as young as she could. Because that was her way of doing it. I don't know what the other one was doing. The Carver was eating bones, so I guess the bones was keeping the Carver away somehow, and Bryaxis, I don't remember what Bryaxis was doing. Bryaxis was just living, I guess. I am so glad that popped up because that was going to work my last nerve. Okay, continue.
Okay, so the Carver knows that they are going to Hugh City and ask Kier to fight with them. Tell them that he wants the Ouroboros to help. It's at Kier's.
Oh, yeah. So the Ouroboros. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say I
wasn't going to say anything. Really.
Oh, Okay, what were you gonna?
No, I was just gonna say. So it's at Kiers, and like I feel like everybody just know that the Ouroboros is like a thing. He didn't even really want it.
Right. He didn't. I don't even.
To see if she was gonna really do it.
Right, which was so crazy because it's like, I mean, yeah.
I'm really sick of everybody testing famous gangsters.
I
Cause like,
I feel like she's proved herself.
Why y'all testing her gangster? Oh, because he really just wanted to see if she was gonna get that.
Yeah, and
But Racine
also,
did the same thing to her.
yeah. But I think the thing about it was because of what she was requesting of them. So she was like, I need your help, or I would like your help because this war's about to happen. And I think like in the back of the Carver's head, they was like, if I can get her to get this, because the Ouroboros is like a mirror thing. And so I feel like he was probably thinking like, if I can get her to look into this, she'll see who she really is. So she'll be good for the war. Maybe. I don't know. That's how it felt to me. Like he was trying to make sure she was good with herself because she kept low key down on herself, even though she was that girl.
Do you want to talk about what the Ouroboros is? Like why people is scared of it? Because I don't think we even talked about it.
We haven't talked about it. Yeah, we can talk about it.
All right. So the reason that like everybody's scared because like when he asked her to get it, the rest of them was like, was it anybody else around? Wasn't the people around? Was Sam was around?
Sam was around. There was like a couple others, but it was mostly like Kier and like maybe like a person.
Right. So when they was like when he was asking, when they asked her to go get it, she was like, oh, "Okay, I'm gonna get it. You know, it ain't no big deal."
It's
And
a
then Rashawn
mirror.
like Rashawn had to explain to her, "Girl, no. Most people that be looking in this mirror and went crazy, like they not in their right mind. They just it's not something ain't right about them. So you know." So when she heard saying say that, she kind of just was like, okay, well, I ain't even fooling with it. Whatever, let's keep moving.
Yeah.
But that's what it does. But I'll go ahead. So then we on chapter 24, where Alina is now struggling with her senses, and like everybody's like, something wrong with her. She just saying weird stuff. Then who they gave us some thumbs
No, that
down?
might have been me. I think I did it because I had my hand like this. It does pick up. It does pick it up, but I can't remember like how it picks it up because it did it before. I don't know because you can't do a thumbs down emoji. Yeah, I don't know because I have my hand like this, so I thought it was me. I don't know.
I was like, what? Ain't nobody even here.
Girl, I don't even think you can do a thumbs down on Instagram. I don't even think they have that emoji. I forgot what I was about to say.
We was talking about Elaine.
Oh,
and
Elaine.
how everybody like, oh, she look crazy.
Yeah, so everybody's still trying to figure out what's going on with Elaine, what her thing is, because homegirl just be talking in riddles, and nobody ever knows what she's talking about. She don't even know what she be talking about half the time. I mean, she do know, but she don't know how to convey that to anybody else, communicate that. So they just trying to figure out what she talking about half the time. But they think something wrong with her, and she's not eating. It's by this time, I'm trying to remember. This is
she's not eating. She's not doing nothing, honey. She's still over here acting weird, and she be looking out the window all the time like this. That's what she.
That's
do.
it. That's all she do all day, every day. And they be like, "Girl, go get you some sunlight, touch some grass,
like go to the garden, go to the garden,
do something." Because girl, get it together. There gets to. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead.
No. On this part, that's when Lucia come in. Remember, this is the first time Lucia like really getting to see how she is, and he like, "What's wrong with her?"
So
something ain't right about her. Get her some help, please.
Somebody get her some help. Also, like, take her ass outside.
Like something.
She needs some reality. You're right.
So he worried about her. And she looked at him and she was like, she started telling him like stuff like, I can hear you breathing at night, or
I can hear your heartbeat.
Yeah.
And she was like, can you hear my heartbeat? And he's like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. She's like, nobody ever does. Girl. But the guy I was gonna marry, he could hear my heartbeat. Girl, please.
Right, because then she started talking like, yeah, I'm about to get married.
Yeah,
And they like,
I was supposed
girl,
to be
no,
married this
like,
week. Right,
you
like,
still think you getting
yeah,
married?
that's dead. Y'all went up there and everything. He was like, no.
Mm-hmm.
Girl.
And that's when Lucia was like, y'all need to get her out the house.
Yeah, she needs some help.
And Favor be like, and Favor said she was going to take her to the townhouse because she was still in the house of Wayne.
I guess she had started a garden at some point. I don't remember.
But not when she crazy.
Yeah, she a little bit. She a little bit off, but it's okay. She just trying to figure it out the best way she can, kind of. I don't really think, she's trying to figure it out. That's.
And so I also wrote that Lucia asked what Nesta is and what her power is. Nesta says she made the cauldron give something back to her. Why she acting like she know? Girl, you don't know.
The whole time I'm like,
you don't know how to put on no front like that.
Right. The whole time I'm like, girl, you keep saying that you took something back, but you don't know what you took.
You don't know what you took, so quit putting on this front like you know.
Because she made it
seem
like yeah.
Off of that, I'm like, well, she know what she took.
Yeah, but she don't know what she took, and she keep acting like she do, and it's like everybody's confused because they're like, girl, what was it? Right. Just let us know because we might need you to do something to help everybody out because it sounds like everybody after you. Mm-hmm. So
I also wrote down that Favor starting to notice how Azriel and Elaine gets on. She asks why Elaine and Azriel aren't mates when they are better suited. What determines it? Rasan says bonds can be rejected. Says it's easier for the females, but the males the males can go crazy, and some believe that they are entitled to the female. Males sometimes will want to challenge and call it a death match, basically. Which
is wild, because all I read was property. So these guys think they own these girls, whether they want to be with them or not. They're property.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna go like it's say that they can go crazy.
They can go crazy. I'm like, you're gonna have to figure it out because go crazy. I'm not if I'm not gonna be with you, I'm not gonna be with you. Don't like that's like that. If I can't have you, nobody will. That's what that sound like.
It really do sound like that.
Yeah, it's really wild. It's wild. So
I'm kind of trying to put myself in Elaine's place because I'm like, how would you feel like this man set you up and you fail now because of that? But also knowing that they kind of was tricked to doing that at the same time.
Yeah.
And
so I feel like
knew that they were mated.
Yeah, I guess I feel like he didn't know they were mated until she was changed.
No, yeah, when they came out the cauldron.
Right. But
so when they left, remember that. Oh yeah, that's right. He didn't know. He didn't know. At that point, he was just helping Tamlin.
Right. He was just helping him out just because he was helping him out because that was his dog, and he was like,
you gonna get mad at him obeying orders from the High Lord, though?
I mean, he was just doing what he had to do. She was gonna deal with it the best way she could.
Right.
But the problem was that she was about to get married. So you're dealing with those emotions because you're about to get married. Then you're dealing with the emotions of the fact that you're no longer human. Then you're also dealing with the fact that you went back to old boy and was like, hey, babe, I'm back. And he was like, absolutely not. I'm not about to marry you. Because we didn't talk about that, I don't think. I don't think we talked about that in the last story. But he was like, nah, I'm not doing that. You crazy? No, you think I'm about to marry you?
Story. It's in this story.
Is it?
It's in this story. We ain't even got to that. Yes. It's in this story.
Oh. Let me hush. I thought that was in the last story, girl.
Because remember, they try to help the humans. Yeah, we need to.
That's right. I'm in the wrong, girl. This is why I need to stop reading I didn't know we were going to break it up like that. And I was like, I couldn't stop myself. But I'm going to have to stop doing that because I didn't. Okay, let me hush. Go ahead.
I totally get what you're saying. Like, you just want to read, girl.
It was so good.
I need to know. Because that's why I didn't already looked at it.
Girl.
But I also knew that I was going to take these notes because I don't be remembering these details.
Well, I think the thing for me is that if I try to take notes like that, I feel like it holds up the process of like the story for me. So I took notes, but it's just like kind of the overall conversation of the story. But I didn't realize that was part of this story. I thought it was part of the other story, which is fine.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Okay,
We
so
turn it our own way.
we are.
It's because I have such detailed notes that I'm literally looking at them and reading.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
this ain't no BTS fanfic where we can just talk. We flow with BTS
Yeah.
fanfic so well and easy. Sometimes we don't remember, but it is nowhere near
this much detail. Yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. No, you're right.
That smart be everything. Man.
Don't it? Don't it?
I do miss that.
It is so funny though, because I actually prefer not to have the smut in this story. Like, I wish like they could just take it out completely and I'd be fine from this story.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it in this story. I'm just saying I miss the good smut.
Oh no.
Right?
Oh yeah, I'm with
even
you
with
on
the
that.
smut that's in this book, it's still not.
Well, that's what I think. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we're saying the same thing. Like, I could do without it in this because it's not as good as the ones in the fanfics for me.
Right.
So I'm with you on that one because I can't wait to get back to some good ass smut.
I'll tell you, I feel like people don't be understanding, even because I be reading other books or listening to other books, and the smut still do not be the same.
Yeah,
and these be whole different books.
Yeah.
So like, I guess that's the one up that fan fiction do have.
Yeah,
is that smut be detailed.
Yeah, do. I need to get some more water.
I'm sorry, off subject real quick. Remember we was reading that JK story? You know it's still not finished.
Wait, which JK story?
You remember that JK story? It was so good. They were best friends. And damn, what the crap is the story called?
I was just looking at it. I was just looking at a review of it.
And remember, she missed. They deleted her stuff on. They ended up deleting her stuff on Wattpad, and so she put it on AO3.
Yeah, she had the.
She's still not finished.
Because they were best friends, and they were playing to be like they was dating one another. Mutual help. Okay.
Right.
Mutual help is so good.
That smut was on.
Wasn't it though? Girl, that story was so good. That one and the one with I don't think her stuff is on there anymore either, but the girl who wrote the one where he was a porn star.
Oh yeah, because remember we wearing a bunch of her stories.
I know. Her stuff was good, but
was good.
But they got taken down. I can't remember what the Juan Pito one wasn't it Juan Pito?
Juan Pito, that's what it was. Juan Pito.
That story was so good.
That was so. Oh my gosh, we got to get back to the finish. I miss it.
Yeah, we do. Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry, y'all.
Yeah, girl, because we have 40 minutes already, and we ain't even left the beginning of the book.
We only on chapter 25. See
that. I'm
gonna let you skip in just a minute, because just so y'all listeners know, we always want y'all to go back and read if you can. We give y'all the gist of it. So
yeah,
I'm being very detailed, but deep about to skip a good bit in a minute. So go back and read this book.
This book is really good. The detail itself is what makes it so good, and we're not going to be able to give you all the detail unless we like read it word for word, which is going to be important to the whole collection of the stories. So please go read the books so you can get the full collection of the stories in detail, because we're going to give it to you. We just going to give it to you. It might be out of order or whatever. We just going to give it to you. You do with it what you will. Yeah, do with it what you will. Okay?
Right.
Thanks.
So we're on chapter 25, and on chapter 25, that basically is talking about how they're going to the court of
nightmares.
When they get there, Nesta and Amryn go off and do their own thing.
Mm-hmm.
They go off. They find in like ancient objects
to see if they can test Nesta's power.
Yeah, the practice. Yeah, but once they get there, Feyre and Readin go in, and Feyre sits on that throne, baby.
First of all, they only had one seat because they wasn't expecting her to be on him. Wasn't expecting her to be a high lady, because the last time she went, she was playing his whore, and so when she was there, what a turnaround! So she goes up there now. Homegirl is the HBIC, and she like, hey,
Yes.
and Reese is like, I'm gonna take this as he wasn't expecting us to both need a seat. So, yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. I just had to say that.
And then Kier was like, yeah, this your whore. He was like, say it again.
Say it again.
You better apologize to her. You ain't talking to her like this is my high lady. You see this? You see this? High lady.
High lady. You better put some respect on her name. She high lady. Put some respect on her name.
Right. So basically, Kier was like, I ain't fighting with y'all, whatever, do y'all own, I don't care. And he was like, come on, please, man, we need y'all army. He was like, okay, we're going to fight. I'll send my army and I'll fight if you let me get in Valaris. And then Moore was like, he ain't finna do that. but Rashan was like, okay, but
he said bad.
Yeah, and Moore like this is my house.
The only person that seemed to know about it was this is the only people that seemed to know that this was even a thing was Azriel, Cassian, and Reese, because Farrah was looking crazy, Moore was looking crazy, and Amron and Homegirl was already gone, but they looking like, what you mean he got access to Valaris? Like, what you mean?
How he even know about
How he
Valaris?
know? Well, he knew about it because the King of Highburn, when they attacked it, and all that was going around, so people be talking and they be passing around from place to place to place, so that's how they found out about it. He was talking about stuff. I was wondering where y'all went when y'all left here. Like, okay.
Sure. Like they only been gone for like 500 years. What are you talking about?
Where y'all been? I looked up the street and y'all wasn't there. Like, there was no street lights on. Yeah. We didn't see nothing. So Moore was pissed. Farrah was pissed.
But she's like, how you gonna let this man come to my home and he didn't kick me out of this home?
And Reese was like, you're gonna be welcome in. What they didn't know, I'm gonna just say this part real quick, and then because we probably won't talk about too much more about this, but Reese had been setting up some stuff before they even left to go to the night court, where he was talking to the governors or whatever they were of Valaris, and pretty much what was set up was, yes, Kira and them can come up to Valaris, but they're not gonna be able to do nothing. They're not gonna be able to get housing. They're not for real gonna be able to eat. They're not gonna have no place to sit, stand, piss, nothing. So they can come there, but they're just not gonna be comfortable. Okay, go ahead.
So come to Florida, but you ain't getting nothing.
You ain't getting nothing.
I think about Florida because Florida is like, when I think about vacation or when I think about people going somewhere to do a vacation, I think about Florida instantly before I think about anything else.
Really?
Yeah, because that's the main spot. Like, if you really think about it, where else, like, families going to vacation the most? Y'all got theme parks, y'all got beaches, y'all got...
I guess it depends on what side of the country you live on. Because on the West Coast, I didn't think about coming out here for vacation. I mean, other than the fact that we got family out here, but I was like, I mean, if we're going to go somewhere, you go to California, there's beaches there. There's a Disney, you can go there. It's just a different side of the country.
Yeah, maybe it is just the East Coast, because when we think about vacation, we legit Florida.
Really? I mean, honestly, let me not say that. That is true, though, because I think about when people are like, I'm going to go to Miami and things like that. Right. Like, that's true. That is true. Yeah. Okay, well, that makes sense.
That's what I thought about Florida when I thought
about Valaris?
A cold Florida.
A cold Florida? I said, when you thought about Valaris? That's funny.
Just because what Kira, when they were saying, well, they can come, but they ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
Yeah.
So I just, in my head, I just pictured, okay, they're going to Florida. Yeah. They can't do nothing in Florida.
Right.
They're gonna run up the prices and everything. So that's
come support our economy. That's what Reese said. You can come support our economy. Like, they ain't gonna house you, but you can come support it.
Bring them
right. That's facts. So Moore was pissed about that because she felt some type of way for a couple of reasons. The fact that Kira was about to come up in her home, but also the fact that Reese ain't tell her nothing when he could have easily been like, "Hey, girl, I just want to give you a heads up. This is what's popping off." But then homeboy walks in.
And his name don't start with an A. His name starts with an E.
It starts with the E.
His name is
Aaron starts with the E.
Eris. It was Eris. Yes.
I thought it started with an A, girl. Okay, so Eris started with an E. Eris with an E. He show up on the scene after just trying to attack homegirl and her friend, and he pop up in there and was like, "Hey y'all, long time no see. What's going on?" Because one of the deals that
looking at him like,
because more and him got history.
like,
So
I see more having these stank faces.
Same. And I can see her and Farrah looking at each other from across the room like,
girl,
or doing one of them like, like, you know what I mean? But one of the things that before they had talked about Valaris, when Aries was showed up, was that he would have help him get power or something like that, because homeboy's from the Autumn Court, which is Lucian and them's family, and so he wants to take over that whole plot of land over his daddy. So Kieran Aries had some type of agreement, but I can't remember what it was. Do you remember? Somebody was gonna help somebody do something, and they was like, "All right, bet." And then he wanted access to Valaris too. I don't remember what it was.
I know he want help to dethrone his daddy.
Yeah, he wants to dethrone his dad, like, for sure. Like, that is top on his list of shit to do. Top.
And more looking at him like, "What you're doing here? You just came here to torture another
right.
And he was like, "I don't know who told you that, but your information is wrong, ma'am."
Right.
Your information is wrong, ma'am. I was never going to do you
right.
He said, "If anything, I would have married you and not even touched you until you wanted me to." And she was like, "Okay."
Excuse me?
Back.
Right. I felt bad because Eris was getting kind of like the short, like people was kind of attacking him. Fair, like, that's why you was attacking his ex-boo thing. He like, "You don't even know what you're talking about, girl." She's like, because blah, blah. He was like, "Were you there? Were you there? You let us live." He's like, "I let him live." That's how you think he got to the summer court in the spring court in the first place. Talking about Lucian.
Because something happened that when Lucian's woman that he was with before, and something happened, and his daddy got mad, and he punished his, like, Lucian had ran away by then because of what they did to his woman,
right?
And so that's when he was like, something happened, and he ended up punishing him, and his daddy wanted him to kill Lucian,
right?
But he would not do it,
right? So he like, "I'm not as bad as you think I am," pretty much. He said, "Give me some grace, girl."
That's when he got to Tamlin Spring Court.
So now you got Moore, Reese, Farrah, Eris, and Kier all at the table talking about what they about to do and all that. They've allowed Kier to have access to Valaris, and I think he ends up bouncing out. They end up having a little bit more conversation after that, but I think that is it at the night court, right?
Yeah, they started.
They party and they drink and all that stuff, and then that's kind of it. Okay.
They do a lot of parties.
They do. That's all they do. I'd be like, "Dang, y'all ain't got hangovers or nothing."
But girl, don't you remember when we was reading that Peter Pan book? They was the same way. They just turned up all the time.
That's true, and that fairy wine was the truth.
Right, and they didn't even get drunk like that. They just didn't. Great.
Yeah, they was.
Can you imagine?
Yes, they were.
Just drinking this much and never you don't get drunk, you just feel good forever. Like, you ain't got to worry about hangovers. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Can you imagine?
Girl, I mean, I don't have to worry about hangovers now.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
I do.
I've never had one, but
you remember after I had about 4-5 glasses when I was at Readin and I was falling, I fell off the step.
never gonna forget.
I woke up with a headache. It was horrible.
Oh, girl, we had a time. We had a whole time.
Yes, girl.
Yes. So, okay, anyway. Okay. So we are at the night court or leaving the night court. And what chapter are we at now?
So we are basically we're really on like 27 when Armor finds out that they went to the bone carver again, and she explains to them that she had to give herself up to get out.
Okay. So before we get into that fully, they're out. There's a part where they're all together. So like everybody's together, Nessa, Elaine, all of them. And she's asking, Nessa is asking Amber these questions that nobody has asked her before. So she's like, why your eyes look like that? Why your this look like that? And she's like, what are you? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, girl, first of all, you rude. First of all.
Nessa can be very ratchet.
Yeah.
She can be very ratchet though.
Yeah. Yeah, like she do. Like, first of all, you rude. Secondly, she was like, homegirl, nobody asked me that before, but you know what? I'm gonna give you a little bit of grace. I'm gonna answer your question for you. So that's what she starts to tell her about, like what she is and what she gives her what she is to an extent, I guess, and that
I've written down. Armor said a rip appeared in the sky, in the world. Her brother and sister fled, but she was curious and wanted to leave.
Mm-hmm. So we know that Amber is very, very, very old, very, very old, and that she is not in the form of her original form. She is in another form, but the only thing that didn't switch over when she was put into her new form was her eyes. So her eyes are that real, was it silver? Is she got silver eyes or purple eyes? I can't remember what they said her eyes were.
I don't know, man. I thought they were red.
Oh, girl, no. She drank blood, but I think her eyes are like silver or something.
I can't remember what
I don't either.
I just know that her eyes are just different.
Yeah, her eyes are different than what everybody else is, but she's in a Fae body, but that's not her original form. So she kind of goes into that. Read it for more detail.
Right. And she talking to them, tell her like, y'all ain't never gonna get the carver out there. He not gonna do that.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have to put him in the body like I had to do it. He not gonna do it. Which they already knew. They kind of knew that all he wanted was a skyline, man. But I don't know if he just wanted the skyline to go back to. Like he agreed to help.
He agreed to help them, but he wanted the skylight, but he wasn't trying to leave the prison for real. He was like, I'll do this, but I'm gonna go right back to where I'm at. I don't want to be free of that. Like, I just want to be able to do what y'all need me to do, and then I can go back to where I was at, but be able to see outside. So he's not trying to be free from that at all.
Oh, this breaks it down a little bit of who she is. So I wrote down. She also says if she was ever to get unbound, she would not remember them. We talked about that. She said she was originally a messenger and a soldier for the wrathful God in a young world. That kind of just talks about her beginning of, but I don't think she know too much more than that. It just says Amren is not even her real name. She just can't remember what her real name is.
Yeah, she did say that. She didn't remember, which was interesting because she doesn't remember her original name. But the Carver, who's also an old god, and his brother and sister, he remembers their original names because he remembers that his sister's name is Striga. So that's interesting. I'm
why he can remember some things, but she cannot.
Right.
Maybe because they fled.
Maybe.
They fled as soon as, and she did not. She was being nosy.
Yeah, maybe.
That would have been
me
too, being nosy. Let me see what that is.
No, I'd have been like, all right, well, this ain't none of my business. Girl, I would have been left behind.
Girl, I'd be like, y'all ain't nosy enough. I got to see.
I'd be left behind somewhere. Not me. That was it. That's all I was saying.
So I just also got that. And Elaine appears. She said she could hear something. Said she heard something crying. She heard her crying. Everyone thinks she's dead and she's not. She is changed like Elaine.
Okay. So when this part is coming up, because Elaine, like we mentioned, is talks in riddles. She has not grasped the concept of talking like normal anymore. Everything's in a riddle, so you got to decipher everything that she says. And the person she's talking about is a queen that they all thought was dead. Was it the queen that they thought was dead?
Yeah, remember that? Remember when in the first book? Is it the first or the second? I think
The
it's the second.
second, the second. I
Okay,
know.
so
Yeah,
remember when all the queens came, but one of them went
yeah,
dead, and it was like, oh, she's sick.
yeah,
She's
yeah.
sick. No, boo, y'all had already experimented on her.
Yeah. So homegirl's like, that's who she's talking about. She's talking about that queen. She like homegirl's alive and well. She a little bit in her feels right now, but she like good. Like just.
But here's the thing: what a queen is, and if she was a queen of the mortal world, why her people weren't checking for her? Where she was at?
Because
this is a queen.
Yeah, but I she was a queen, but I think like I don't know. I kind of got the impression that she was kind of like a hidden queen. So she was a queen and she was doing her thing, but when that whole thing happened with her and her sisters and them kind of separating her and casting her aside, she had to go do her own thing amongst the people because she pops up at the end of the book with her own people. You know what I mean? So I think she has been with them the whole time, but she's been living as like a regular person kind of and been able to just kind of go about things as she would without having to worry about being like, I'm a queen. You know what I mean?
Right.
Does that make sense?
Well, I have written down further on down the book that she was with the sorcerer by the water, by the lake or something.
The sorcerer.
And it was more people with them that the sorcerer was like protecting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, because there was a bunch of them when they showed up at the end. Whole bunch of them.
A whole bunch of people. So then it comes to, then the question is, how long y'all been trying to turn people fade? You know? I think we'll get more into that in the last book as well.
You know what I don't get? Sorry to even go here, but I don't understand why they were so quick to want to turn people fae. I mean, I know they weren't really wanting to turn people fae, but people were being turned fae. But I didn't understand why that was such a big deal because they had a high, well, not that part of it, but they had a hierarchy within the fae. So like they had a whole thing where like lower fae and high fae, and they had that whole separation. So for them to like be making fae, all the fae that were being made end up being high. Well, I can't say they would end up being made high fae, but the ones that got made, actually, Farrah was, but I don't think Nesta and Elaine were. Too.
They were high fae.
Okay.
Farrah was just a high.
Right. Because she was high, but she was.
Were high fae.
Well, because
you're right. Everybody that been turned
has been high fae, which throws off the hierarchy of how I didn't understand that because that was like the whole big problem from jump. Some people wanted them to have people be as one, and then the other group wanted people to be different. So you had to have like classes of people, which honestly,
right. And it talks about the different class of faith
too. Right. So that's what was so strange because you're making people that are automatically going to be high fae no matter what. Now you got this bigger gap.
But I've been fae for 480,000 years, and I ain't even high fae. This hoe wasn't even fae. She came over here and she high fae. Oh no. Hi, Simon.
That's what I'm saying.
Hi, Simon. Please.
Let me get some of that. I would be mad. I'd be like, I've been this for.
Because Pharaoh legit saved her.
Well, and you can't get mad at her because the way that she became high fae was completely different. She was helping them out. They didn't know that they were going to end up giving her like powers.
She didn't help them. She saved them.
I mean, she saved them, but by them saving her life at the end, she was able to. She ended up inadvertently getting their powers, but she was not initially. I don't think they knew that was going to happen. So her situation is quite different than the sisters, but Nessa really jumbled up the game.
Association, though.
Yeah, that's true. But
still, high fae me, please, because I've been
fae. I would have been pissed. I've been fae for 500 years. You mean to tell me this girl been fae for 20 minutes and she high fae already? I got an attitude.
Right.
I got an attitude.
Right.
I got attitude.
Right, for real.
They have a class system within the Fae. That's crazy. That just lets you know wherever there is any form of people or humanity or whatever, there's always going to be somebody out there that's trying to divide people
Yep.
into other types of communities, regardless.
Right,
Anyway,
because you know what's so funny is like I was talking to this nurse one time, and she was Jamaican, but she was from the UK, and she was talking about how they do things differently. You know, like in America, it's black and white. This is what it is. Like it's more nationalities here, but basically divide is black and white. You know what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? Where in the UK, and I don't know if this is true, y'all, but this is what she said. They don't do black and white. They do class. Like they go off class. Like, what kind of job do you have?
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's about kind of like the money. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like
She was. I don't even think it. Really thinking, I don't even think she was talking about as of money. She was just like, what job do you have? Like, are you a teacher? Oh, you on one of the top levels. You know what I'm saying? Because what you're doing is top level, like nursing, like you're helping somebody.
Yeah.
So that's like a top class. Like that's how they look at things. That's just what she said. I don't know it to be true, but I think it's interesting.
That is interesting. That is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Good to know. Oh, I keep hitting this freaking mic. Okay, so Elaine was talking.
I just want to go ahead and skip and just so we know that they're preparing for they're preparing for this whole war, and
I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna skip, but where were you about to go before you skip all the way?
I was about to say they now getting all they're trying to get the high lords to come
okay.
in at the meeting.
Before we get there, there's a part where they need to go to search for some more information about what's going on, and so her and Nesta go down to the library.
That's
but before
the end.
That's in this, I thought that's in the end of this group. I thought that was in chapter. Okay, I'm not going into the story yet, but I'm just going into what Elaine says, and then I'll stop because that happens earlier on, doesn't it?
What Elaine says.
Well, Elaine's talking about the ravens. That's earlier. That's before they even go down there.
That's in chapter 30.
Where are we at?
That's when Elaine's talking about Cassian's death.
Yeah, but where are we at? What chapter are we at?
Oh, I skipped. We was on 28.
Okay, so I'm gonna say this real quick. Homegirl says that there's gonna be some twin ravens some twin ravens are coming, and nobody knows what she's talking about.
No, sorry, I'm so sorry. You are so right. That is chapter 20.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so confused. So Elaine talking about there's some twin ravens that are coming, and everybody's like, "Girl, we don't know what you're talking about." And she's like, "Twin ravens are coming." So they just kind of just go, "Okay, girl, you got it," and then they leave it at that. That's all I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just all the high lords have. This is right after, so you are right on point. I'm so sorry to.
No, you're okay. No, it's okay.
So I just got wrote down that under that all the high lords have agreed to meet except Tamlin. Just need to pick a location. So they all agreed. Okay, y'all, we all meeting, but Tamlin, he's still sitting over there. Salty.
Yeah, he was still mad, but when Nesta and Farrah go down to the library, that's before they meet, right?
No,
because that happens.
Yes,
before all that.
They haven't met
okay,
yet.
So they go down there, and I'm just gonna say this part, and then I'll leave it alone. They go down there. Her and Nesta are down there in the library looking for stuff, and the twin ravens are there. The twin ravens end up being two Highburns people, along with somebody else was there. I don't know, but anyway, they ended up disguising.
No, it was just her. It was just
the twin ravens. Yeah. So the twin ravens, it was just those two.
Yeah, it was just
okay. So the twin ravens show up in the libraries, which is like the sacred area for the for the high priestesses. And so they end up getting in there. It was kind of wild. They keep going down. Homegirl ends up making a deal with one of the deep things in the library, which I guess Cassian had been like scared of.
Don't nobody know what
Nobody know what it is, but it is the real deal. So
and the only person that has seen it is Ezra.
I thought it was Cassian.
Oh, maybe it's Cassian. I'm sorry.
One of them seen it.
One of them seen it.
Yeah. So one of them have seen it and have been shook ever since and have not gone that far down in the library because of it. Well, whatever it is, Homegirl makes another deal with it, and it ends up protecting her.
You want me to kill him?
You want me to kill him? What do you want me to do? She was like, what you want me to do? What's the deal? She said, I just want somebody to come down here and hang out with me. She was like, they said, I just want company. She's like, to eat? Do you want them to eat, or like, what are you about to do with them? She's like, I just want to talk, whatever. So she's like, cool. So she asked it asked if you wanted to kill them. She was like, yes, please do. And it did its thing. And then,
it did it so crazy. It did it so crazy that Cassian like appears because he hears it. Or no, what happened is Clortho rings like some type of alarm where they can all
yeah, because they don't have any.
Cassian, I guess, was the closest, and he got to them and he was like, close your eyes, don't even move.
Yeah, don't look at, you do not want to see what is around. Close your eyes. So
like, oh, that's so sweet.
Right, and right, Cassian is so caring. I love him. Cassian's my type of guy. Yes. Okay, so I just want to talk about that real quick because it was just interesting that happened, and that she has another person that she made a bargain with.
Yeah. Are you there? Oh. Yeah, so then like after they got out of there, she was saying like, where y'all been? We heard the alarm. I'm trying to get here as fast as possible. You see her little tattoo. He like, girl, what you did? You
got, and she was like, you were tatted up for real, girl.
Yes, girl, you got a tattoo, the hot lady tattoo. Then you over here where you still got this eye. I don't know why this eye ain't gone. Why do she still have the eye?
Girl.
And so in my head, these tattoos run up her shoulder.
Yeah,
don't they?
That's what it looks like to me. That's how it feels to me.
Yeah, so she still got the eye on her hand. She got the Mary one. She got the bargain she made with this one, and then she make another
with the
bargain
Carver.
With the Carver.
I think
she it up.
Yeah, she is. I think she made a deal with the Carver that got her a tattoo. She may have not gotten a tattoo from the Carver, but I know she makes another deal with somebody where she gets another tattoo.
I need to go to this
tattoo
artist because it is painless.
Girl, it's instant. It takes 5 seconds. Quickest tattoo ever.
Girl, can you imagine? Let me get a quick back tat.
Girl, quick. Listen. I would be tatted up too if I gotta shake hands.
But now they're talking about like this new paint that is numbing as well. And like I be seeing people on Instagram doing it all the time.
Paint?
And they like, I can't feel a thing.
Yeah, they have this numbing agent that a lot of tattoo artists are using that they didn't used to use. That numbs the area completely so you can get a tattoo pretty painless. But there's also this thing that's going on with certain areas. Well, it's like one specific tattoo shop. They're actually doing full back pieces and big ass tattoos under anesthesia.
I see.
Which is wild in itself.
That's amazing.
It's something.
That myself.
I mean, something about it. I don't know. I kind of like the experience of having your tattoo done and being awake and talking to the artist. And I don't know. I kind of enjoy that part of it. I think it's really cool. You really get to learn some experiences. Let's talk when I wake
up. Baby, because I be like,
girl, I think that's really cool. I mean, but they do for people that are getting like really big pieces and they can have multiple artists work on the person at one time. They put them under and like a local anesthetic, and then they're able to do
Can
that.
you imagine the price?
Oh, girl,
Tattoo.
everybody that I've seen that has done it are like extremely rich. They're celebrities and
Right.
rappers and things like these are just
Right.
regular everyday folks. Like,
Baby, that junk is not cheap.
girl, these people
y'all want
got money.
Baby, because go back and look at if you have a child and they put that little something, that junk is expensive.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine. Like, and you've been in surgeries where
Yeah.
they knock you
Yeah.
out. Like,
You have
can
to you
that
have to pay
junk
for
is not
that.
cheap.
Yeah, you have to pay for the anesthesiologist, the anesthesia, and then your tattoo.
So anesthesia, that's a freaking doctor,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, so you have to pay
So
you have to pay
some
for
good
that.
money for that doctor to be in a tattoo parlor.
Hmm. Well, they do it. It looks like it was at, well, I think it was at a tattoo shop. I don't know. It looked like it was like at a home or something like that, but I don't know, girl. I saw them doing it and I was like, that is very interesting.
That's the new BBL.
Low key.
Wow.
Although I would get that. I wouldn't do the BBL, but I would do that tattoo thing if I was like rich like that.
I'm just mean like it's the trendy.
Oh, yeah.
thing to do.
Yeah. It is definitely the trendy thing.
To me, it's stupid to get BBLs because now they're getting to where they're out of style.
Well, not just
like,
that,
so
but like,
and now people are taking it out.
but not that, but like, I mean, yes, that, but a lot of people that get them, they get them so big. Well, actually, I can't even say they're that big. They just look extremely big because their legs are so little. If you're not gonna fill out your thigh, then you might as well leave it alone because it's not gonna look natural.
Put Tiny and Summer Walker and these people
looking like a Bug's Life. I just can't.
For real.
Yeah.
Looking like that bug on the bayou. What's that Disney movie name?
Bug's
What
Life?
is it? The Princess and the Frog.
Oh, the Princess and the Frog. Girl. Yeah, listen.
From the bayou?
Yes. Big ass butt, little ass legs. Yes. That's exactly what is happening. And it's weird. It's very weird. Like, I don't mind you getting a little stuff done to your body, like do your thing, but like make it match. Like make it look like you at least try to hide the fact that you got surgery.
Match to me just because everybody can get it now. Everybody can get it. Like everybody got the same body now and more
and
people.
face. It's weird.
Everybody look alike.
Yeah, it's really, really weird.
Don't you think it's weird? And then everybody getting their teeth done.
Yeah.
Because they're making it so easy to get your teeth, your veneers now. And so everybody walking around with the same big teeth.
Yeah.
With the same big butt and little legs. Like, don't you find it real how Ari Lennox and Young Miami look alike? Why do they look so much alike?
Girl.
Everybody just looking alike now.
Yeah. I noticed that a lot of people were looking alike, and I was like, this is so strange. Like, what happened? Like, everybody's going to the same plastic surgeon or what? Like, do they have like I want a number 5 and everybody's choosing a number 5? Because like all their faces look the same.
Right. And then I was on Instagram and was like watching, because I be watching Miss Netta and Charles, your lunch is ready. And she said she about to get a BBL. I'm like, Miss Netta, just don't do it.
I don't get it. I would get a little tummy tuck or something, but like this ass can stay. I was doing real good in the gym.
It's okay to get some work if you want to get some work. I'm just saying, don't look exactly like the next person.
Yeah, that's the thing that's so weird. Like everybody's choosing the same mold to look like, and it's like, no, I think the thing that makes people cool is that we all do look different. Like everybody's different in their own way, which makes each person like beautiful in their own way, and it's weird.
And that's the reason why I have chosen not to even close my gap. I love my gap.
Your gap too. Girl, I wouldn't.
And I feel like it make me my best
It makes
friend
you.
My best friend has a gap and she has braces. I'm like, close your gap. Both of us can't have gaps. Close your gap.
Girl, one of my friends just got his braces off and he closed his gap and I was so sad because I thought his gap was so cute. I was like, dang, man, why you do that? He's like, no, I had to close it. I'm like, man, you should have left it alone. You should have left it alone. It makes people individual. I don't know. That's just me. But
They said in Africa, the gaps is everything now.
I bet. There's a lot of stuff that fly in Africa that they be on weird stuff out here, and I just honestly, it's time to go. Like, it's time to go.
Although then I be wanting to lighten my skin like they be lightening their
Oh
skin
no,
in
I
Africa.
don't know about all that, girl. I'm not doing
I mean,
that.
it's a thing.
No, I know it's a thing, but I don't know.
I mean, it's almost the same as everybody around here getting a BBL.
No, that
They
is
over there lightening their skin.
yeah.
It's the same thing. It's a trendy thing.
Yeah, it's yeah, no.
But
That's
I just
weird.
don't think BBLs will be in that much longer because now people are saying all these butts are hard, nobody's soft, like they just hard. Like who want a hard woman? Who want to touch your booty? Like well, smack that. Who want that? You
Girl,
like
girl.
okay, sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Okay, dang, this is a long ass episode. I mean, some of this won't make it, but it's a long episode. We haven't even got half. Okay, anyway, where we at right now?
Okay, we on chapter 33.
Okay, 33. What happened? What you got?
Okay, so in chapter 33 it says, the lions tell them that the queen told them that was ill was alive. She said that they sold her to some darkness, some sorcerer lord. She can't see where she is. That's all I got for chapter 33.
I don't remember.
Huh?
Go ahead.
I wrote down the sorcerer keeps other girls like the queen. By day, she is one form, and at night, she is human again. Elaine says that the queen is near a lake deep in the continent, hidden amongst the mountains in the forest. He keeps all the girls by the lake, but the other women are different. They have white feathers.
I'm trying to remember.
So the sixth queen is young, mid-20s, and is known as Vasa.
That's right. I was like, where is this? Where is it? Okay, Vasa. I just saw something with Vasa's name in it, but now I can't remember what it was.
Also, she must pose a threat to the other queens if they turn on her. If they can find her, she might be vital in convincing the human force to fight.
Okay, so is this in this group of chapters where Lucian goes to find her, or is that in the next set?
I think that's in the next set.
Okay, so never mind. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, Lucian.
Yeah.
It says he's going to, yeah, so that's what comes right after.
Oh, that's in this set.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say Lucian or did you say Racine?
No, I said Lucian.
Oh, okay.
No.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. So
yeah, I wrote down Lucian offers to go and find the sixth queen. Says his eyes can see things others can't. Go ahead.
Okay, so there's a part where they're trying to figure out. Now they're trying to get all hands on deck. They're trying to get everybody that can help them in any way they can because they've now learned. By this point, they've learned how many soldiers that Hybrid and his crew got. They don't know who's all going to come and show up for them because they piss off a lot of people. And so they're just like, all right, we're going to try to get whoever we can. Solutions kind of like, y'all got a whole team thing going on right here. Y'all really need me like that. We can't send one of y'all to go look for this queen. So go ahead and send me. I'll go find her and then I'll bring her back to, so that we can fight or whatever. So they're like, bet, whatever. So he goes out to go do that. By this point, they got, did they get attacked again in this set of chapters? Or is that in the next set? Because I know they got attacked before they actually met with all of the High Lords of the kingdoms. I know they got attacked.
They get attacked before they get to have that meeting, don't they?
Yeah, they do, but I think that's in the
just pop up.
Yeah, he kind of pops up, but it's not like him, but it is him. But I think that might be in the next set.
They begin killing Highburn soldiers, saving lesser fate in the castle. They completely clear out the castle of Highburn soldiers. She tries to get into Rasan's mind and see what he is doing. He is hunting wherever is causing a dampener on his power. He locates the ship. It is coming from the King of Highburn is there.
Okay, so this is where them getting attacked by Hybrid's
Yeah, by
people
Hobburn.
in Valeris, right?
Uh-huh.
So they're getting ready to get attacked by the King of Hybern and his people, which I can't remember why this came to be or how this came to be, but I know Elaine probably told them about it, and they was like, "Girl, we don't know what you're talking about. Write it out."
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "Y'all got to figure out this riddle. We don't got time for that, girl." So they get attacked.
Uh-huh.
Mind you, they haven't met up with all the people yet, but it's not looking good because they're surprised. It's a surprise attack in a sense, and so they're pretty much fighting for their lives and as hard as they can. And there's a point that Reese
That's
and
when, like, when the high burn comes around, and he talking to them and saying stuff, talking junk, but he ain't even really
he
there.
not there. He's like a
Rashan knew he wasn't really there, but Pharaoh was like,
yeah.
"Kill him, girl! Just go ahead
Yeah,
and kill him. If I
she,
can't go, just
y-
kill him."
yeah, she kept thinking he was there, and he was like, "Not." I don't know if he wasn't like a projection or anything like that, but he has a lot of old magic. Homeboy old too. He been in the game, and she kept telling Reese to kill him, and Reese didn't do anything. He was kind of like playing with him a little bit, but he realized like if he was really there, it probably would have been a really really crazy fight. So Hybern's like, haha, hee hee, I'm not really here, whatever, whatever. And so they're trying to rebuild all that stuff, but also they have to get it together because now they need to move up the meeting. They they selected a spot to have this meeting, but at this point, and they know everybody's coming, but they're not sure if Tamlin's coming. They don't think he's going to show up.
Mm-hmm.
But they also, something important about this meeting is that the fact that if there was something going on, it's a neutral zone, so there's no like powers or nothing. I think it was like no weapons or anything that's allowed to be brought into this meeting. And so they have to agree upon that, so it should be like a fair fight because they still got those blood rubies out from what's that man's
Tarquin.
name? Tarquin. Tarquin,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Tarquin still got them blood rubies out for them.
I
So
love Tarquin, by the way.
do you?
I do
He
love
seems like
him
such
because
a sweetie,
he's
doesn't
such a
he?
nice guy.
Yeah.
And even though he had them darn blood rubies on, he still didn't like get them killed or nothing.
Yeah, he
He
was
still was
solid.
like helping them.
Yeah, he was solid. He was solid for that because I mean, let's talk about it. He really wanted to be like good friends with Reese and them, and he just kind of got a little bit played in the process, even though they wasn't trying to play him like that. But they could have just asked this man because he probably would have gave them the shoe
Right.
off of his little foot.
Right.
So
Which I respect Tarquin so much because Tarquin was under that
yeah,
mountain, honey.
yeah.
He was under that
But
mountain.
he also So, and that's what this is the cool thing about these stories in general. The people who are good people, that's how I knew Tamlin went on shit for real. Because the people that was like really good people, all the people around in the other different courts talked about how they were under the mountain and talked about the things that they used to do for them and to help them, even outside of being under the mountain, just in general. So like everybody, like a couple of people talk about how Reese was with them. Jorian was talking about how good he was to them. Tarquin
Yeah.
was like, you know what I mean? And same with Farah, like she had built all these good connections with people and they all had like good things to say with her about her and wanted to help her. Tamlin, people was just kind of
But
like,
they didn't have bad things to say about Tamlin. And I just kind of hope that Tamlin finds someone.
he gonna redeem himself and he gonna
I
find
really hope
someone.
that he redeem himself because he is not, I feel like he's not a bad guy.
I don't
He
think he's
just
a
made wrong
bad
decisions.
guy. I don't think he's, you know how it actually comes across to me is that he's a little young minded
And
compared to
arrogant.
everybody else. Yeah,
Yeah.
like he's kind of being like a little bratty kid while everybody's like, hey, the big kids need to figure out what's actually going on. You need to chill. And he's
Well,
like, no,
Tamlin is significantly younger than we're saying them, though.
that's true. That is true. So maybe that's what it
So
is.
that's
Cause
why
he,
I kind of have a soft spot for Tamlin. Like, I just feel like he just made bad decisions.
yeah,
And I hope that he gets himself redeemed
I
at some point.
feel like he will, but he need to hurry up.
You was against Tamlin.
We got
You
2
ain't
books
Tamlin
left.
alone.
Tam tried it a lot, and I just don't appreciate him for that. He put his hands on
And then I
Farrah too
love
many
that you
times.
gave him that name.
Girl,
I really love that you gave him the name Tam.
Girl, I was gonna call Lucian Lucy, but Lucy figured it out. I was like, okay, Lucian can keep Lucian. Lulu been doing real good. So, but yeah. So so we're at chapter what now?
38.
Okay.
So I got written down, Feyre is out of her son's mind and is now vomiting. They head to the palace. She goes to see Tarquin. He thought they had come to help Harbor finish them off.
Oh, that's right, because the Tarquin's area got attacked and they went to go help Tarquin and them. That's right. I forgot. He was like, y'all could go. Sorry, go ahead.
I wrote down, he says that he heard what she did to Tamlin and the Spring Court, destroyed his territory and left the door wide open for Harbor, who docked in his harbor. He orders them to leave.
Yep. So Tarquin was like, hey, heard what y'all did over there, or what you did over there, girl. I'm not trying to have any of that mess on my property, on my land, in my kingdom. So you need to go. And they're like, but we just like helped you out. And there's like, you need to go. And so they were like, all right, we're going to head out. But just know, like, if you ever need anything, we got you. You can always come to us. You can always come to our area. Like, you're not going to be left out here because we are really on your side.
Thank you. But bitch, you didn't already came in here and stole my book.
Yeah, you done did a lot, girl.
These people here, they done tore my city.
Yeah.
Gone by your way.
Yep. It was like, right. You've done enough. You did that. Yeah, you can go.
And I should have you killed.
And don't forget the rubies is still on your head. So.
Because
nothing's been canceled and won't. We said we gonna wait until this little war is over, but after that, I'm coming for that ass.
Right. Because you're gonna give me my book.
Listen.
Okay, so now we're on chapter 39. Feyre falls asleep, wakes up in a tent in her camp in Adriata.
Yep.
Where the wounded soldiers was being healed. Rhysand says the king knows about them and their history. That he picked the library because of what it meant to Rhysand. Feyre tells Rhysand he needs to stop playing his role with the High Lords and tell them the truth, especially as Valaris won't stay a secret for long. Now the king knows about it.
So she's pretty much saying to him that, hey, we just need to be honest with them about everything that's going on. We need to be honest about what has happened in the past. We just need to be vulnerable with these people so they can actually see the humanity in us. And we need to stop pretty much lying to them, because that's what they've been doing this whole time, is lying to them about every old thing. And she's like, we just need to be real with them, and maybe they'll actually be understanding and want to help us. And he's like, all right, well, we'll see what we can do. I just don't have high hopes for that. And that's kind of, I think that's kind of where it leaves off at.
Yeah, I got at the end of that chapter, I wrote down they head back to Valaris. Nesta asks about Cassian and seems worried about him.
What happened to him? He might have been a little wounded from them having to fight, because there was a lot of stuff happening. They had to fight quite a bit. So yeah, I think he was a little wounded from that. Also, something we didn't mention, which is kind of like off track, but it's just interesting. Homegirl been trying to learn to fly, and I'll just leave it at that.
I thought we talked about that already.
I don't know if we did or not. I don't remember.
I don't think we did, but I thought we talked about it.
We may
last episode.
have. I'm still working on it, girl. That's why I'm just like, but yeah. So Cassian was probably a little injured from that whole thing, which he probably was, because there was a lot happening. And Nesta, as much as she wants to be kind of an asshole about everything, she really cared about that man. That's her man.
Even though
that's not her man. That's her man. That's not her man, but that's her man.
They gonna make though. I feel like this next book, because like you said, it's gonna be about Nesta.
Yeah, that book. I feel like we're gonna learn a lot about her and her man's. That's not her man, but that's her man. That's her man.
Because the baby, read this next book.
Yeah.
Read this book.
Yeah, I have it. Yeah.
Like, girl, what's wrong with you?
I already knew he was on her bad when he was like, I'll never be scared of her. I'll always be there for her. I'll do anything for her, or something like that. He said something about her, and I was like, yeah, he got it bad for that girl.
Right, already. But you're gonna see she's still a bitch.
Oh, I'm not surprised. And I feel like,
even
girl, I feel like the entire series, she's gonna be that just like that. So
you know, the face that it's not even a face, it's the feel that I get when I think about Nesta is like Miss Trenchbull.
really, that's a throwback. That is a throwback.
That's what I think about, how like hateful and mean she is.
You know who I think about?
Who?
You remember Deliver Us from Eva?
Oh,
How much of a bitch she was until she got her a man?
yeah, but you know I don't like Gabrielle Union because how she moved her mouth.
Girl, I'm just talking about the character, how the character was in the movie, how everybody was like, oh, here comes Eva. That's how I feel like Nesta is, where everybody's like, here comes Nesta. Like, she always got an attitude about something, try to ruin everybody's good time. Yeah, that's how I feel like. That's how I feel like Nesta is. That's my first thought.
She can't really like talk to like that is Amron.
Oh yeah, Amron don't play that.
She do not play with her.
She don't, because Amron like, look, girl, I will end you. You need to leave me alone.
She legit call her girl.
She do.
Baby, she called her saying boy.
Yeah, she be telling Farrah too, you don't understand, girl.
Yeah.
This is that. I'd be like, damn, something about that hit different. Because homegirl Amron is thousands and thousands and thousands of years old or something like that. Amron been here for a long time. Long time. So Amron not playing with nobody.
She ain't got time.
She ain't got time. And she trying to figure out stuff, learning her old language again. She trying to figure it out. She wasn't trying to. Anyway.
So we'll.
You're good. You're good. Girl, I've been yawning this whole time.
And on chapter 40, it says, Farrah has Roseanne take her back to the prison, tells the carver to pick a different object. He says he wants nothing else. Roseanne finally learns that the boy she sees is their future child. She shows him what he looks like. That's the end of chapter 40. Okay,
so I know we talked about her getting the Ouroboros from Kier, but she actually has it in her possession. She just hasn't looked at it. She has been freaked out because she's like, I don't have time to go mad because the war is like on our heels right now. So I don't have time to figure out if I'm gonna go mad or not. I just don't have the energy. Right. So she hasn't actually looked into it yet. And that is it until the next 60 chapters. I think it's like 40. I think it goes to 60 something, or does it go to 80 something? I don't remember.
Girl, I think it go to 80 something.
Okay. Well, we'll be here. All right. Well, yeah, this episode is an hour and a half.
And that's only 20 chapters. And not even 20, that's 19 chapters.
That's 19 chapters. Yeah. So I mean, we did have a little side combos, but it still would have been an hour. Let's just be honest, an hour and some change. Anyway, had to, because trying to do the whole book, we were leaving out so much. We really were. All right, so for the next episode, it will be chapters 41 through 60. Yeah, 41 through 60. Yeah, follow us on Instagram. Go to our TikTok. We have a little link tree where you can send us recs. We are right on this court of stuff series. So we're gonna be reading those for a bit until we can get finished with them, and then we'll be doing one of the fanfics from our list. So until we finish this court series, this will be on. So if you recommend something, we're not ignoring you. We're just trying to finish this series first. All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.